could see it. So,
Yes, we can see the
all
screen.
right. Sorry about that, everybody. So, thank you so much for joining today. I'm going to go over a few slides on AfroTech, specifically for the request for proposal for some services and partnerships that we're looking for. And what is AfroTech? We're the largest Black tech conference in the US, bringing together innovators, entrepreneurs, and industry leaders. We're expanding our reach across multiple cities, and we have a significant economic impact when it comes to restaurants and hotels and local businesses within any city that we partner with. So, all right, I'm going to get started with a video, and hopefully you guys can all hear the sound.
My name is Henry Famba.
My name is Chioma Agaluso. Linnea Miller. Vera Jarecki. Selena Baltimore.
Paul Liamba, and the magic of AfroTech is Black excellence.
My name is Abdul Muhammad, and the magic of AfroTech is innovation.
Elevating Black representation.
Being seen.
Inspiration. Love.
My name is Shira Sabor, and the magic of AfroTech is bringing together brilliant Black minds to solve the future of technology.
The magic of AfroTech is networking.
Networking and connection. Opportunity.
My name is Kiara Smith, and the magic of AfroTech is community. My name is Nicole Pierre-Louis, and AfroTech is home of the future.
My name is Henry Famba.
My name is
All right, so AfroTech is taking place at the George R. Brown Convention Center, October 27th through the 31st. We're having about 40,000 attendees and 200 plus companies, we are the largest gathering of Black tech innovators. And we also will have some off-site venues as well. All right, so for the request for proposal, I want to make sure. So the request for proposal is as followed. We're going to, please download the complete requirements, and specs. Prepare your submission. You can submit your proposal to me, and then we'll have an evaluation and review process. And then we'll select the vendors, and we'll reply to everybody if they're selected or not selected, to make sure that you guys know we've received your proposal and that we've reviewed them. So most RFPs are due today. We have also extended to July 7th, just to give everybody an opportunity to really put some thought and effort into the proposals. We will evaluate, and we're flexible. We'll start evaluating between June 30th to July 11th, and then July 11th through July 21st, we'll start selecting and contracting. And then around the end of July to the beginning of August, we'll make sure that we notify everybody, and then we have a site visit scheduled for August. All right, what we're looking for: audiovisual services, experiential event production, security services, and also food and beverage, food trucks through Levy, who's the food and beverage provider at the George R. Brown Convention Center.
Akita, I'm going to hop in
Yes.
before you go through.
Perfect.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I got kicked off of Teams, but I joined on my phone. So I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name is Simone Tyler. I am the Senior Vice President of AfroTech. And before we kind of hop into the specifics of what we're looking for all the RFPs, I am really curious if you guys could also just drop in the chat what business you're from. I know a few people have already done that, but it's really helpful for us to get a landscape of the types of businesses that are engaging with us, so that we can also think about things that we're not RFPing for currently, that maybe there's an opportunity for. So for example, I think I saw someone say, like, I'm a florist, and I'm like, great, we're like not doing a specific RFP for that space, but we buy a lot of flowers. So we want to make sure that we are engaging you all appropriately, and think about how you all can participate. And then the second thing I wanted to add here is that we also are going to have, separate from this RFP process, a really large vendoring opportunity at AfroTech this year. Last year we had a small vendor capacity This year, we are expanding that so that we can have more Houston-based consumer products.
You all, please make sure to mute yourself.
I'm actually on I was listening to a webinar, but it's.
Sorry about that. He wasn't on mute. I don't think he realized. Simone, go ahead.
Unfortunately, her phone just dropped as well. So, Kitty, you can go ahead and pick up where you left off. But I do see the vendors inside of the chat, to Simone's point about how we don't know. And so we would love to get a gauge of who's on the call as well.
And basically what Simone was saying is we're doing we're expanding our marketplace. So we're looking for a lot more local vendors, local Houston-based vendors, anyone from any founders of tech companies or any other companies to small businesses of, any type of home good products or candles or textiles and clothing. So we will definitely get you that information as well. So thank you. All right, let me get back to, okay, for the experiential event production RFP. So we're looking for an event production company that can come in and design and produce some of our special events and our offsite events. And those events can cover receptions or meetups or activations and also happy hour. We want you all to do the venue sourcing, any city permits that come up about rentals, and also AV. Excuse me, very sorry. It also includes on-site execution and any type of production document or run of show, and also budget tracking. And we'd like you to include any case studies, pictures, and your team roles as well within that RFP. The next RFP is security, which is extremely important. It's for personnel, for all of our venues. We want them to enforce credentials, to manage the crowds, monitor the entrance and exits to the high traffic areas. We need some good leads and good managers on site that can correspond with us every day. We usually have check-ins at the beginning of the day, something in the afternoon, and definitely in the evening, what we've missed or what needs to be changed so we can be ready for the next morning. And of course, emergency preparedness is included in that, and also talent. Sometimes we have some higher end talent that we need, an escort for, or just to be aware of when they get on site. So the proposal should include a staffing plan, of course, the hourly rates and the roles, and communication plans and your past experiences. For food vendors really include the food truck vendors. We're looking for a more diverse food truck offering through the chamber, of course. We've dropped the schedule here, the 27th through the 31st. You have to be certified and insured and cashless. All of this will go through Levy, who is the official food and beverage management of the George R. Brown Convention Center. So any list that we provide, or any list that you all provide us, we have to share that with Levy, and they will vet and make sure that all the vendors have the appropriate certifications and permitting, and then that list will then be shared with, I believe it's called the Food Truck Federation. So we're looking for additional vegetarian options, some healthy foods, culturally diverse foods, and everything should be clearly labeled with any allergy or dietary information. And we'd like to have that list by July 1st, and we can also accept it at August 1st as well. All right, I'm sorry I went through that pretty quickly. Were there any questions for our team? If you have any further questions after this meeting, you definitely can get in touch with us, or you can put anything in the chat and we'll follow up with you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have a quick question. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Gloria, founder Get Higher Staffing. In terms of your security, what kind of security are you looking for? Is it commission, non-commissioned security officers, or do you have an idea of the security personnel you will need?
Yes, we like everybody to be certified. Nobody's armed. And we have usually it's security officers or guards and also management.
Oh, okay. That works. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. I know the lady previously, my name is TK with You and Bloom Floral Company.
TK.
The lady dropped before she finished her statement. I know you guys said that you weren't looking for floral vendors at this moment, but should I still fill out the RFP?
Absolutely. We would love to take your information, and we will definitely follow up with you if anything, if there's an opportunity there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, TK.
And good morning. My name is Hayla Sanyi. I'm with HB Bath Products, and you mentioned home good products. Would you speak to that a little bit more? Which RFP you see that falling under?
That won't be an RFP. That will be like a service provider, link that we would send you in order to get your information to vend on our floor. So it's a little less than RFP, more so let's get your information and then we'll get you on our database, and then we would select a few of small businesses.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Dr.
my name's.
I have a question. Oh, sorry. This is Chef Cassie. Let me see if I can get my little camera here.
Hello,
I
Chef
have a
Cassie.
question.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am not in the food truck space, but I do offer private services. Not sure if where you guys are going with the events that'll be off site, but that is more of my area. So should I
Okay.
still be
Yes, absolutely. And
compiling
just
it?
I would, and just make sure you just put on there for offsite events.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have time for one more question.
Hi, yes, I'm on Najee Barnes. I'm kind of a representative of some Black real estate investors in the Houston area, and we have a funding group, and we're just kind of looking to connect in a more organized fashion on potential funding of tech entrepreneurs. I know this may not be the exact space, but just trying to get in contact with somebody that we can have a more organized event around AfroTech this year. I'm not sure if this is the space or not.
Dr. Atkins, how should we handle that? Should we just grab Nahez? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Should we just grab his information separately?
Yeah, you can just email her. I put an email, just info. But also, let me see. There's a email right there. You can just send it, just drop it in there, and then we will reach out to you to get more information on that. For the RFP, I just added there's a link in the chat that takes you guys to the RFP portal, and on that you can describe you can submit information even if there's no RFPs that are offered for your services or your business currently. You can still describe it in that initial form, and then we will share all this information with the AfroTech team.
Hi, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, this is Alice. I'm giving you asking in regards to my sugar shop. You said that the vendors need to be, for the food vendors, need to be food trucks or off-site if they're not in a truck. I do have a question on, I have insurance and everything like that. I have a commercial side, and then I also have a cottage food side. Does your organization support both of those, or are you just looking only for commercially made products when you say home goods? Thank you.
If you just fill out the RFP and your information, we can take it from there. So we're interested in seeing all the diverse and variety of businesses that you all have to offer. So just fill out the information and we'll definitely connect with you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So like I said, the link to the RFP form is in there, and it's going to ask you guys about your certification, your insurance, and then like what business type you are, just certain information so that we can share it with them. The RFPs that they requested are listed on the page after you complete that form. So you'll be able to see all that information. If you are a food truck or if you are catering off-site, we'll send you that information separately because, you know, that they need a little bit more detail for that one. And then even if you don't, like they mentioned before, if you don't have the services that they're looking for, still complete that form. We will still pass that information off to them, especially as they plan other programming in the Houston area beyond the conference this year and future programming in 2026 and beyond. And we will share this. We'll get the deck from the AfroTech team, and we will share that with you all for all that attended, as well as a full list of the RFPs. They said,
and about how many people attend this event for the AfroTech, the meeting? How many people on average?
So I think do you want to go back to that slide?
I can hop in if you guys can hear me.
Oh, yes.
We'll have likely around 20,000 people, but citywide coming in and out, particularly with our public areas, is probably be around 30,000. We are generally, you know, beefing up, particularly like food vendors, because we did have a shortage of food options last year. So that'll be, you know, ideally like throughout the week, we have probably 2x what we had last year.
Any final questions? So I have some time. I know this is fairly quick, but any questions? All righty. If there's no additional questions, we want to thank the AfroTech team. Do you guys have any final remarks before we close out?
Sure. Hopefully I can stay connected. But one, just want to thank you all for showing up. Last year was our first year in Houston.
Treatment on 529s and custodial Roth IRA.
And our, you know, our hope is that as we grow in Houston, that we have a little bit more investment in Houston-based businesses. Particularly, you know, folks that we're spending a lot of money with. So we want to make sure that we're engaging you all. If you have feedback or thoughts or ideas about how we can show up, we're doing this early enough where we do have time to, you know, just think about unique opportunities. So we'll follow up and share our emails and things like that so you all can reach out.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And so this will be shared on our YouTube channel. For anybody that joined late, you can watch it there on again on our YouTube, and we'll also probably share it on our Facebook and our LinkedIn as well. All righty, I think we're done. Thank you guys so much.
I see a question from Jamitra, I believe, Hawkins.
Okay, Ms. Hawkins, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, hi, my name is Jamitra Hawkins Sneed. I'm the co-chair of the African American Health Coalition and also the CEO of Equity Bridge LLC. I wanted to know if there was any nonprofit engagement this year, and if there was, how could we go about being a part of some of the initiatives that you're putting together?
Yeah, so we have quite a few nonprofits that we partner with for AfroTech. I guess I'd have to think more specifically about like what that would look like for your organizations. In particular, we are adding a med tech and medical stage this year. So I know you mentioned your that could be interesting. The ways that we typically partner are thinking about how we get membership groups to AfroTech. And so we are happy to talk more about that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
More question. I think Courtney, your hand is up.
Yes, my name is Courtney. I am the president of Protocol Services Staffing, and I had a question regarding staffing. So, will the staffing, is it a possibility that multiple staffing agencies can work on this project, or is it just one agency taking over all staffing?
We'd prefer one agency taking over all staffing. That way, it's a little, the management of it is a little bit easier, but we're also open to recommendations. So just submit your information. We'll definitely follow up.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all so much for joining us today. Like I mentioned, you all will receive the PowerPoint. You all will also receive the link to this video after we post it on YouTube, as well as the link to the RFP form and then the list of RFPs. And so if you guys have any questions, just reply to the email that we send you all with any questions that you guys have, and we'll pass those along to either the Blavity team or we will review them as the chamber. Thank you guys so much for your time. You guys have a great rest of your day.